Hi everyone. Hello. I was your former chiachi. I will be bia. The mobi bia kwaba. Oba so na wa share video no na we invite you bia mame. When you come on, share the video, invite somebody for me. It's a Candid talk as always. Yours truly. I will make nyampo. I'm in the house. Was your for me chiachi. I will be bia. Oba so pe na wa share video na mame na we invite obi nso amame na wenye bi ahwe nti share video no na invite obi mame na obi nso enye bi nhwe why share video no mame osomfo be wo mrekwa anyampo oba so share video Mr. Modofo me try say me frefre nkrofo abaso nti no wo di kan ba so pe na wa wo video no so no afro obi amame na obi nso afre and I'm going to do a very candid conversation with us, and it's a very bang on. You need to listen to this very conversation. This conversation is very, very important. Very, as usual, when I come, I shake the table. As usual, these days when I come with a bang, with a bang. Into the oba so share video, no matter what. Oba, don't be too concerned about my gray hair, which is all in my front. It just want to show me up that I'm old, and I've accepted it because my birthday is looming. September born for, and don't worry about my hair, but look, listen to the content I have for you. Share the video, invite somebody for me. Today, I'm just going to talk about never confuse love with leverage. Never confuse love with leverage. Yes. When you are leverage but not love. So share the video because this conversation is going to be so juicy. You need to hear this. A lot of us as confused. We are leverage for others. The things some of us call love, we are just leverages for them. Some of us, you are told domonten temu, you know, so be that you are a leverage. I can't be a leverage at a into share video. No? Don't confuse leverage for love. Leverage. I was for share video. Or some for be women require nyampo. Me say one 10 baby. I Jimmy Amano na betten. I own 10 baby. You won't hear it from anybody else apart from this platform. That is me. I am so loaded with a lot of things in my head, and I desperately want to teach our Ghanaian community a few things. Some of the things I want to teach, my line of work, I've tied my hands, but I'll work around it. I'll know how to, I'll try my best. Oba share video menchia that is not a deliberate attempt. So 18 I bo menchia me dofo. I hope so hoye. Oba so peno wo video no so no invite you obi amame. Wo video no so no invite you obi amame. I think so like we do it all the time. Wa wonu say platform is oba so abefa bibi kwa. Ya no ache yen stars ni bi yetimi the programs be brave say aba abecha. Me kai will be say there is a good news. When ye web chire baby biara will be there is a good news and I want to share with you. The good news in the say for tap send. Opesa will send this ekwa amana ekwa Ghana kwesi udan koye bibia. Odie tap send. Upload ego phone so ukoda would be £5 me check free me say my birthday. There's a whole lot of things I'm going to do, and the dynamics of my platforms are going to change. So tap send. Oh, UK now we'll send first time sending with the promo code. I won't require your child £5 free. Who will US $15 free. Who will Europe €10 free. Into Mr. Tap send promo code. No, I won't require. AWOMIRE. KUAH. I will require tap send promo code. Unya use promo code nepe ubenya sa 5 UK. I mean UK into £5 free. Or US now you so will require $10. In fact, $15 free. Or Europe so so. Into Mr. You to tap sending. Nebe should be bri amount. And then I am going to talk about love. Your love, the things you take as love. The wolf will say, don't let anybody confuse love with leverage. You can't say leverage, I see what you're saying. waba be ye insianemu ama bribi. Nkrofo bebre ka se medo. But be brainty or don't say, sa topic na my dadaw. Inti I won't go there again. But a ne edona na mafo bebre womuno. Ye bribia ubenyenti na wodo wubi. Inti ye kase bibi ye leverager. Adia unya so mfa so de. Adia esi bribia na emu. And ye leverage. Inti how does leverage work? Leverage serve as a cushion, or leverage no serve as a safe place. Leverage no serve as a ba beto for me no be so mu to bounce you back. Aha. Inti enne enwumre topic no be bisa say adan am de odo etoto saade no ho. Ye hwe abruchire do a odo bebre na ewo aburo ye chi ha no. Bebre na anye papa. No kura ye ba akope. Microphone to be no one day nyina we bruchiri ha because what obia won agenda or the two kwan me ba choba so a share video no ma me why oba share ma me hu say sister Aisha Ankra sister Aisha ni me do pa obi dum bi ensu ofia ye abusiafo nie sister Aisha ma fe what I hope so ho ye tina ibo so me hu nyame nshira sister Aisha I hope you say welcome any abusiafo ho ye obi make share oba share video no na fato platforms so they be for ebi. We are talking about love but not leverage. Don't be a leverage for somebody. And I was trying to explain what a leverage is. A leverage self more or less like insurance or a BB say a CBB name me kasa leverage no mean how am I explaining with tree more but leverage no ade you say eso bribia no ewo ahokyere bremu ana ye bribi esi bibia na emu se bribi ni ho a aha na meka about odo se ye beka no kure pa abrochefo bebre ka se Ghana dra yenim na nye the same thing as abrochire. And the reason why this Obi say at this topic, I'm doing this topic because a lot of us find ourselves in this kind of crisis, this kind of relationships, and it is normal, and yet it's not right. Yentumi ni yehu no kore because Obi ntu kwan kwa. Bia me kasa me kitachro ntumi giniema bebredi. Bible say Abraham tu kwan. Edru baby kra no se ni nua ba. Ne yere ni nua ba anano odifo Elijah enso tu kwan na akwantuo ewo yen dada sitire mu no enye biribi foforo uye gidini a enye biribi foforo abrabo no kra ye bo no kra. It's a journey because sometimes you find yourself up here, another time you find yourself down here. So life itself is a journey. A journey in sunti na debia so long as debia me come as and be say, listen, life throw a lot of things at us. But so long as there is a movement, as long as you are doing something, you are not what you used to be, even though you have not attained what you want to attain, but they said you're now what say last year, last year, this year. So it means that even though you have not attained something, you still have some kind of grace in your hands that you can use. And abrabono is a journey. Why am I giving all these scenarios? Me mausa enti asiye we nyina no ahunu se. Eto obi wo ho a ye bepie eburo ye chia. Emma ye ne ma yo ene eniema bi e wo se ye no. Danso kakra. De danso ne kakra ne se ye wo asase a ye nnim so ye ya hwohwo ye ya betu bata na owo tu bata ne mu ade yo ye different compared to so oti asase a woni so enne ade we ya me download ama no se wan kaache revelation was ade mu. I don't know how I can break it down. And after this teaching, I am praying and trusting God that somebody will find himself and pick himself up again. Because listen, there are times, but anadri I am trusting God. Me jinya me de say nkyerɛkyerɛ we ebe start akenyan awade foforo. Ebe start akenyan relationship a yɛne awo foforo wo. Saa ntiaseɛ we be ma afrase ahwɛ ye ka odo a how to look at it from another perspective. Even though say ebia na won tiaseɛ say de na wonim no no ana say emu enwosra a wode bedo no emu awe a obefiri ase to begin to weigh your options enti moma yento aso ye ka about say ye yakwantufo na ebi wo ho a asase na yete so no yennim asase no na de ban yennim asase ne yo na emu ade yo nso eye foreign to us eya asase a enye bebia ye twa yen especially mema enya asase a yetwa techetwa ewo mu no mekasa enya asase a yewo woto so enya asase a asase ni mu no emu ade yo different irrespective of where you find yourself, so long as you are even listen even in Ghana se Ghana kra na wo free ena Ghana no ontena akrada ena utubata bankranya nkramu ade yo different ena wutubata ekọ kwamu emantem ni mpatamu ade yo different enti kosi say you familiarize yourself with the land and the land will also accept you or whatever emu ade yo different ye mu bebre ye tutu kwan ewo aburo ye chi ha. I intentionally didn't give the topic for this discussion because most of the time when I do headings or topics, people pick it up. I have seen bigger platform picking some of my topic because I put it up there. These days, Mejai, program new year. I'm the topic no at all. Mr. Obaso share video no. I know said there's not a lot of people on, but share this video. It will be a blessing to somebody. Whether the person is married, about to marry, and still in a relationship, it is a great deal for you to share this video. Put it on your school platform. It will help somebody who is thinking of say ebia obetu kwan akwantu wo nani so aware wo nani so or dwene saa niema hu ebeboa se saa niema we na ye wo mu ntiase ansa na ebu bebre tu kwan a anka we begin to see things differently. Anka things will also work differently for us. I am praying for grace to teach this thing. And I hope that this will be a blessing for somebody. I am saying, say, when we find ourselves in a foreign land, the land we don't know, the land we are not accustomed to, the land we're not born there, you're different. And sometimes we as an individual, we are even lost, let alone adding somebody's it doesn't matter how long you live in the land. So long as Samasha, ya ma ya wo wahano, any yanya ya yakwantufo no, and so ye bebre da yentem. Whether ubejisa no created you, unjin you is the truth. Wa yanya yatina bruchrache, na ya wo wahano, ya de yo said ye ti asase na se, said ye ti kuro na se. Anyone why are you not in bed? I just want a hug. You want a hug? Okay. Night. Bye. Love you. See ya. Pray before you sleep. You and your sis. Then nobody I am a door no. You don't know. Me pam chomo fan cheme you. Enye is you. Me tie nyina mani ayese ko bra ma bre pa ma beso video yi, but it's just so pressing. Benedict amacheme chiao. Oba share video no ate na invite you bi mame. Share video no na invite you bi mame. Na me ka about yenya ye tu kwan ye tu bata. Na awade relationship abeto yen wokwan. I'm giving you all these things so that me start to send me zoom into the teachings now. You understand it from where I am coming from. Oh, obidumbi ayo nyamishra medasi. For this month is my birthday. In fact, next week is my birthday. This is my birthday. I don't just want, I wish you happy birthday and virtual flowers and love and hacks. No. Give me virtual stars. Give me virtual stars. Yo, I was for na make about oba share video no and so mame. Na ye ka about oba Kate Michelle. Not make about foreign land emu adeyo ene emu niema. Na na make say assassin you mu bebre assassin na itete so whether it's Canada, Italy, France, Belgium, wherever you find yourself in the world, so long as it's not your place of birth, so long as it is not your original place of birth, some of us even does not even understand the land we lived on. Mekasa, it doesn't matter how long you've lived in the country. You still the reason why even you have not is the fact that even the land you are on has not even accepted you yet. This one is a rema. For those of you who are in Checherewa, Mekasa in Checherewa as in Kratasem Ayadinwa, so you could meet somebody in the diaspora, he's lived in abroad for 20 years, 18 years, and all that. The person abrabo ni panebo. But I say ononkwana bruchene nyemano. This one is a rema for you. It is just that when I was learning about these things, unyame drop in my spirit. So this one I'm just dashing you. Every cases might be different, but as this teaching is going on, you begin to understand why I am giving you all these things. Some of you, the land you are living on has not yet accepted you. And for that matter, your progression is very slow, like a tortoise. You won't move on faster. Even the same year, you could see say, oh dear, you're slow and no never be breathe me decide buying a back. But today, what I'm going to teach you can be part of the reason, can be say, and I hope this teaching will be a blessing to somebody. Never confuse love with leverage. Why do I say that? A lot of us, because we find ourselves in a foreign land, we are in a despair. We find ourselves wanting. Sometimes the hustle is real, like how people put it. But sometimes it is do and die affair. You don't have much choices compared to Ankawa or Wasa Seswa. And I know not Israel for any men and do baby say, and then I would also the enquas as a passo. Now you were misery wanka ye bedi Galek. Somebody is in slavery. Obi en nyamenam na basa so atimi agyew. Sa na ye mu bebre yete. Yes, ye mu bebre na yete Ghana na ye ho kire yen. Ye mu bebre na yete Ghana no mpaebo a yabo nyame se odi bi tu kwan ya na so won kwan na nyina nyame se wo yese a ye mu bebre wo ho a 3 squared meals a day. I did not be na brochire sardine say ye we sardine ana akokɔ ana mu bi wo ho a de enti a wo mpa mu no emo no wodi ne bro nyada enya wo na wo mpa mu baba bia wo fire no se nya brochire na emo is the cheapest among aduane a yedi corn beef. Let's be honest with ourselves when it comes to those things. Say ye kasa anyama we ya mama ni look like say ni pekuo bi nko an ete saa mom. Listen, Ghana no yes, they be ameka working with seconds taught me say obisi or your defo pa ne ba metena brochire nchu ne baba holidays no ba holidays do time on person me nkrata no atena mu kakra no de age nkrata no kra or come back and forth ye betena mu che no wo betena mu che de ya na che sister me no nyina ye da the same skill ehia yen ye be hwe ye hyebrim ye no kra sa no kra we fa hye otrim won wa ya adefo pa no adefo pa no wo babru chira won chete said ye betena mu a wo call holidays go Ghana just 3 years was an yesusu anu asan akoda bi omo ba sensu no wo betena mu che te se mea bia ye nyina dukadaya ti fe no to na me ka se said ye emu adeban eyo emu niema yo atie ni nti no e told me wo ho a de ye friend say odo no e leverage. Why do I say that? Ade na nheda anye bribi ye kapa obi a wakomaso ade. Nipa bia was some kind of taste. Bible say when Adam saw Eve, he said, "This is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh." Abrochirefo bebri ahokyere ene kukuruhwe ase no enti no masomu saa. Mafa ne saa bia keke. Obi wo okra wo Ghana no we are born one now, you're born two bedroom brooch down, and member two goose so say once now, and now when you be catcher or say, we in the one craft, I didn't know ya no, and ya no nanka wope. No cry about cope. Ain't no, and crata na be leverage. Some of you, your two or sister or cousin kuna abashi no. Edi ahometie nkurasefo ne ani sohye nkakra nkakra wo de household ne ye course man nipa kono wo sister kunu person no wo da wampre papa no wo da kroba ne yi wasi abonten wo sister hwese de wo afri Ghana aba petre wanhwe yi ana ni kuru de waye na mama na se no na sister na hwe din ya no no a eyi wu ntokwa bi wanhye da anya ntokwa kra no yi wasi abonten. Now out of your desperation, out of the fact that you are in a land, you cannot do anything. Your hands are tight. And sometimes that is not the situation. Then even shelter, baby, I'll bet na kura. Ghana na obia ninkrata ebia na obia te ha. Owo abruchira said yo owo Ghana said yo hu abruchire no be wura no hu say ye de pepa kura net na krodua ne mu. You have to have some kind of requisite to be able to qualify to live meaningfully. You can be in Abruche, but now your life is not meaningful. Why? Because uni and krata, the requisite document that will make you comfortable. When we come to Abruchira, to live comfortably, and answer obotimia atnama on huatono. I just say, and krata. For some, it takes about 5 years. For some, it takes 10 years. For some, it takes 20 years. And see, all these things, it depends on the journey of the person. And sometimes, out of those things, out of Sanya Manyamana, why are you in my room? Mona, what I'm going to? I want the light in your room to be switched off. Either that, bring your phones here. Then switch off the light. Okay. I was for more fan me why? But I easy just say my yen time, so I mean that time be and ye to move fan chemi. I was for na make about say said ye akwantufoɔ ye didie mu yen nam yen sorry mu ya hometie mu ya pete enkrata asem say enkan na ye ka say travel and see no we mu nyina aka ho. It is these things sometimes yeah ebi wo ho a wonam krom na wo hwe ye nnuamma ni nnuamma ibi broni bi kura wodi na chi ana de wode je nkrata tese be obasu obayi be masu obayi na emom ya na ye nnuanom e wo continent wa asem bi a dakin fa nko omo keka nkasa ansem na ya ansem nko ha bra na nye no nope bra no said ya bra ne su ne bobre etie no ohia obi a otise moisha na ni so ohye kakra ope ayi kakra preman kakra na emom obedru ye no sister na obehia no Dickness Mary so ho akere na opekunu den enti wopo obi a jantra kakra woni mu at the same time no Sister Mary and Dickness Mary ene ye de ne ma sa relationship we say it one say make a leverage ne ye de wo benya e wo nipa ne ho emfaso de wo nipa ne ho de ebema abrabo na tu mpon ama it becomes a leverage and your love ne de call ye. I've already done the topic love alone is not enough. I've done a lot of teachings about other things, so this one is also to tell you say sometimes susu ma wo honte wo bebre because all these things have to be looked at. When I ask young people or people who are about to marry, ask reasonable questions and you be BNT, but you truly want to find out the reason why the person wants to be in your life. What are some of the things? Ask those questions. It is reasonable enough for you to know the role you play in people's life. A lot of us, if we will be very honest with ourselves, A lot of us, if we will be very most of the relationship we are or we went into, that leverage thing now making was the key thing for most of us. One, local relationship, you need to, especially with we women, for a big corner for security reasons. Baby or money security. In spite of everything that woman might have or might have achieved, when we said baby are you free, a lot of nyama be and our career is one of the things. No matter how you achieve everything, and yeah, try say, oh, Papa Winter, me chia me for now. What to say? I hope so. Who yeah, Papa Winter? Hey, Papa Winter, sounds so September born. I see. No wonder we gel so well. God bless you. God bless you. September born for the we rock and kasa. Your fe, you know my dear kakra, your any kakra. September born for jinya me. September born for the nyame so doye nyame doye mpa nyame wo ye ho abo. Oh, sorry, nyame doye nso kakra. Papa Winter, God bless you. God bless you. Benedicta, God bless you. Amache, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And I make her say, sometimes majority of us, we went into the relationship because it is a leverage. It is not love. Let's be honest. Obi say love at first sight. Oh boy. Bro, you dey lie. It not be love at first sight too. Bro, Satan now, that woman, those your friends, your friends now, they've been there. They are in Connecticut for a very long time. They know how that woman is. You find out about who that woman is. You did your homework before toasting that woman. No, you don't just go about saying, bravo boy. I'm not going to buy that. I'm not buying into that nonsense. Listen, men are predators, and so long as they are predators, they are hunters. And son, because he's going for hunting, he wants the juicy one. He wants the one which appeals. And remember, the brain to look at the physics, but then again, or Obama don't just wake up and say, I'm going to marry. Ask Papa Winter. He's here. He will tell you. Papa Winter, with all my baby, who move Canada, he end up with Bruniba. Wouldn't be a prospect. Yes, the features might be there, but Papa Winter and so was standard. And guess what? That applies to every woman as well. Brane be so pa, also show value a brane deba. Into when we talk about leverage, some of them look too much in the leverage side than actual what it really entails, and that is where we lost it. When the person is so greedy, the person is so much into what he will get, when the person is a manipulator, when the person is coming to use you, leverage, yes, it is good. I am not saying looking at it as a leverage is bad. But when the person is in for only what he will get, how the leverage will work for him or her, and know that there is a problem there. The tendency is a relationship, because once it's a leverage and that leverage serves its purpose, I am done with you, I am done. That is how we find ourselves. Let's say the leverage in that person, the reason why you went to that person is for the enkrata. What else do you want in the person? And a lot of us, these are some of the entrapments. Some of you, the guy or your fine luso or wobosi or your kama. Yes. Papa Winter bet me abuesi or your kama. Jantra kakra ni social kakra enti Papa Winter catch us all yere. Wow, she physique na don't she Papa Winter na don't she Papa Winter. Bema or your bema okwa wa no better. So minimum at the kwa wo ba no you are looking for. So long as the person has put himself up there, he says, I have a wife, I have a fiancé, or whatever. Also, when you are bread and then who Papa Winter, Papa Winter, with all that he has done in Ghana, working in Stanchart, Eco Bank, and when she your baby, of course, some of you women, you are funny. I mean, fancy. Why am I saying all these things? I'm saying all these things because some of you lose sight of these things. Some of you subconsciously stay. And one of the things is when you begin to leverage and serving a purpose, that is when you start to find all the fault in the person. It is true. I have seen couple that date, and yes, I'm sorry, I don't worry. Dating gone on for 2 years before the marriage. Now, after the person have served its purpose, and this one, I am saying this because I brought you for you're falling victims to these things. Majority of us in diaspora, because of yen time a yenni, any adaji a yenni, and I feel you move or ye I've said this several times. Old bogus will be brave. What's na hamburger 20 years. Also, when ya I feel no quackophobia or ye half his age, Ghana. Na for a banner, nipa ne telephone so na ye trampna. Inti subine in the yobi or honsu a wound. Who some years starting to make about assassin, I ever so say no matter how long you live in the assassin, because unimu emuni mayo na assassin ni muntino, mubi wa in favor. Share order for yaka assassin who asem. Mame mao sa mystery we na fatu bottom. I'm trusting say me mami omega na yire kobi yire ma abna ebaswa any of my apostles na ebaswa. I am trying to get them by ne upo bi kra manaba as a resource person said the internet nkrofo me throw nkrofo ni ntino obi am person de bebaswa ma obi di nanim atwitwi from asase a yetisu yi. This one is huge. Asase a yetisu. It doesn't matter where you are. Unim say ebi matetua. Yes. Ebi matetua. You want to know why? Let me give you. And now ye queen ye should tell you the difference. E ka woman kwa na the whole of UK aye dinya nothing will go on. So many things didn't go on today. Why? Because asasi gura ewu. Oh yes. Oh yes. Whether you like it or not, Nano, one puna ejumem were saying something. One lady who is a Ghanaian in my workplace said, "I'll say Abna, I fuchi, a bit the Oh yes. Now you didn't komobi. I think it got to do with just less than eba ye. Oh yes. Oh, bless beyond belief, Michiao. He needs a career. She needs poverty alleviation fund. Yo, I was here for that maker about say, oh, yeah, day, assassi, I yet is we. I be at to a chia. Will be a while. Can't get a see of ne papa, nanny, mammy, be dear, watching tea. Or me here, abunza. Oh, yes. Minimobi, I will Ghana, or ya madam for. Or turn the annas and need a cough more good bass, ya. Aha. Ne maame mo gije jani bi ye se de no kire na no akofa ba ko no wanane ti woni na to ade wo mokola aya ase edwa ba ko na mudi na the finances no enye be ma na finance na mum agudie ya nkrofo esu hu no enye so obubu owu they are not lying no but the smarter ones no e wo mu a won ye smart no no akopɔ ne kakra o de afra ne sikem no de ye adwuma to ne tontoma de bia ntoma gu ne store mu opeche enye hwe enye aduro yes otikaso enti one ne ko competition a enye yie abroche ya be bebre anim ye tuntum se semia me ne wo kase nanso nim bibi ebia wono oye third generation and a second generation. Give you a typical example. Clancy, as you see on the year, or 10 of my 11 was and I'm 13. Cranting ba. And then cranting ba baby third generation. Me buy a second generation. The difference is say me ba ene ne nana ne ba ejina ho a because by courtesy of for him ya wawunti sisi omo de bateme mentime fa me ho to kranten. Why? Because ne maame ene de niti age a kirema si e ka say asasi ya yetisu yi ebi mu ato a asekire no no oye de yara me say until say me kan chirosem na me ti ase say nyame say on ne mani pedi ye no no anso me bi di hia no na sa adwene mo pon wo tirim be ye nyina na ebetumi aye landlord e wo say be tenant na sa atire mo pon no ne nyina na say wo bebo ho moden say sa ate bia no ment na ho ohu te bia na wo pese wo elevate wo ho a won tena ho. One of the things I like about Papa Winter is the fact that he's not ashamed to talk about his beginning, how he started in Canada, and I'm sure this time round you look at results me pa me. Yes. Ye kita tro no. Enye grace nko a wo adwumaden so ka ho. There is work to be done. And sometimes some of you are in your life where you have to pay the price. Stop the murmuring and pay the price because odi utrimu kakra na we pay price the be kakra no ubedi. Oh yes, Mr. Rao. Yeah, care about leverage here. And some of you people has used you as a leverage. Oh yes, you are a leverage. You are a leverage. This one, I am empowering my fellow women, men and women in the diaspora. Masimina say, be careful you are not used as a leverage. The thing you call love is a leverage to somebody. Oh yes, some of you are a leverage and your love. Then you are a way to a means. Yes. You now say wato odomuno. You are a way to a means. Mamenchiachi and Crofo Kakra. Blessed beyond belief, Michiao, Joyce, Daniels, Michiao, Godwin, Ayevo, Michiao, who else? Frida Wusu Michiao, Wabasona Menchiao, I mentioned that. But share video, no, I invite to be mount. This is a candid conversation I want to have with us. And the topic is never confuse love for leverage. A lot of you have become a leverage because why? You make yourself too vulnerable. You make yourself, yes, you are in your 40s and in your 30s. Wow, you know. Susuma obuonya fo dodo. Susuma obuonya fo. Kura wo mudi ebu kakra. Sister, when you got ya wubu. It is the truth. You'll be surprised that Kotiana will pray, no walk 10 years. But it's okay. You will not die. You will not die. How some of you women say you do become young, say one casago life, and it will my life, you know. Sometimes it baffles me. No, who won't now wad you? Or therefore, who won't now wad ye? A lot of you single mothers, you have become a leverage for those opportunists. Abrantia no know what they are on. Wouldn't wakuma mu say, bra no tawusa. And it's just that because Uji if you be in Samuntino, who person we ya changing a child, yen in Koyi, so changing a train. Bra nanka sakra and shada bebre wa. Or the assembly brown out here, my brother say, na so crama so me sitting if him. Don't wash a sabre, isa. I don't know what. Yes. The queen of me and brown bit me man send a pet. Besides, I'm saying a pa. Oh, now I don't want to share. Oh, now I don't want to share. When the brand ye cleaning, no one wear Diana Cacra, now what top boxer shows. Now, none wear Diana no. The mammy answered, now one top McDonald's or Quahuni. Or Nim said, ye no Diana. One top a donut kebab, anyway, or read donut kebab, none from one wish you said, ye young wine. A tin swoke would be. Oh, I go Jessica. Me do what? Me do for. I hope so. Who ye? Na maame antete no. Oye be ma kwadofo a. Abroche na waba ne be kire ne nyansa. E be kire ne se de anu aduane. Efa wo nhyehyɛ na kyenkyene antwan enye de ye nsoma a some of you women. Papa wade enti ayi styles and never be a fanfa kura. Oh, for so as ye fanfa ho to prove say, oh dear, oh no ye ayi. Mary ne matter. Wife material. Ayi blessed beyond belief. You see Nancy alata for ba ayi video bia. Me share me bu fuye na show video na say say, are you okay, young lady? Because boy no, you have to prove to boy ne mame so your wife material ntino. I was so cody 30 days were classic boy ne mame ho. Now boy ne mame so every day bia ne tax. Mame no ma girl no be oye city girl o. Praye ko champem pro ayi abe ewo afuo mu no abeyi ne maako na girl ni wie na city. Hey! Sister, oh yes sir, wo bo yefo. Amayiwa bebre ti London. Pass nti. Sister, hu bra no na won to pass. Oh, betwa me pass amanti. Bus drivers bebre wo London a wo mo wo yere mu. One bus ticket na ye de mas spouse no. De di Mayiwa na fofo be miensa krom de di won. Bus pass runti. Hwe dosing. Na nkwanserefuo yi to car de mo frɛ ayi Europe fo mo frɛ no to car. Ayi Turkish fo yi, Flemish yi, enkafo achifu yi. Enam na nkwasere nam. Shaki, cow foot. Ene ho ahwa. Omo di Mayiwa ni bia twetwi nyina. Ene de me kan nsɛm. Na mum sister, me ka about leverage ho asɛm. Me ka ma wani aba ho so. No disrespect. Obi akono de anu odompo nso no. Eyo odopa fine. Na enyo odopa na sister, ho na achiru bebre sunkum le. So kopempem na. Eno a na etete wo. Ema oye yesa na ema na. I am sorry. Buchafo na asem na meka no. Browsing buchasifuo yi. Eba cha beta na beta shaki. Me yira adwa me. Hey, really? Oh, yira e friend adwa. And I'm just looking at her and yet butcher now wo ye no ne ha me. Ba masem no say London kakra kai mrantie bebreba wani abre eye adwuma. Oso ne wo de wo anya. That is my question. Ono ni kuro mu ni kura abo ni pa hwi. Ti wo so ne wo de e wo Ghanaian community no. Wo anya. Yay. Adentia because of the number brew. And I'm not the boy you're saying. You're Thomas saying. Yet make about leverage here. And some of the things you use to as leverage, it's sickening. And my dear no cry a mobile. And my dear Yahomete. Unless I am not getting it, and I end ye old school, and I don't know. Say Biana, before say ya titikwa, I don't know. But I'm sorry. I am really, really sorry. With all humility. I am so sorry. It is a no, my dear. Don't let anybody use you as a leverage. Some of you are addressing the men. More tontadie, toka merima. Bray atena no akachira wo say awuraba mempew ena wo hyehyɛ no sɛ ayi akyerɛde wo hyehyɛ no sɛ akyerɛde bray nso mpew enti okasa ne bufu na okasa wo ho a because why atete ama no una wo force so that there is not there, you are forcing it to be there. Who ye na shi edru baabi na ade e wo se anka penatwe papa bi koso a ensese eye bribi huhu bi no na abaye problem omu di wanim twitwiri fom nipa wo hokro timi kasa wanim rough wonim de ntia because what be a nuisance. I want a problem. You have become a thorn in his flesh. Odum kasa kura bon asem no won kan wo bone kwan so, but just because ohuye ne hino, he's just tired of you. He's just tired. The same thing applies to the men. Some of you men, why would him say relationship no egu odoni ni hobi mo do san na to adapa. Amen kan kire obaby ani wo a wodo beriba ana no betra be ma ne da. Obeka kasafi a kire berima ne da. Se wodo wo ho a ebuo ni di enso ye adwuma. Oh yes. Wodo wo ho a ebuo ni di ye adwuma because it goes hand in hand with it. Obi ani ho a wodo obi a obeka kasafi a kire no. No. Odo san na to adapa. No we de bia me ka kire me kunu se da metimi atema no aka kasafi ya kire no nse bibi ya na metam back. Minim se emma ni bi wo ho amutimi ka kasafi na masa akone ye no mwada. Oh yes, sensible, reasonable person. Don't do that. Mani bi just say odona sa won pa brantie ni bium. Timi se no kwasea aboa na wasako na aboa kwasea na sa na wada. Sister, we okay di? Say me bu afunti no. E wo se me sese be ma didi na tam to ne ho. Nti minimum mari ma bi wo ho a. Ebi wo ho na yire ayiye ye sa niema na ebia you trying to resolve it. A bedroom baby na be man intimi nko ba no ho. I say sexually he doesn't find the woman attractive anymore. Untimi ne wona. Ade de mu you there be. But kaka se fi bi a afiri wanum. Ato ama no. Set me bu afu ntimi kaka se fi a. Enye ne se one wona. Oho nye na kono sister. Maria bebre wo London. And ye Gucci, a dear ben, pre-maya kesiye. And so still find those boys and almost home. This one from them to you. I'm giving it to you as they say it. Bless beyond belief say it's not just you. No matter what, you can't use those words. Absolutely. The Shaki and cow food to no cry. How much is it? Mr. B. Obaya Pesca. No matter how angry or what, you can abuse the person, say a lot of rubbish about the person, and go back and lie down that the person should have sex with you. How do you reason? How do you do that? We are there now to me, boss Abrano. I don't know, but me, I can't do it. Debi am catch me kun say da ka se fi be free me no mu aba no na me ma me bag so when if I do that then I'm taking my bag and me can't change am yen for years I've married to this man. Yes, me bufu ebia bibia ba say you can say your mind but say ye didi ye ho atam no obu me nso me bu no kan wadwe na asem ba ka de wo pese wo kana say wo di atam Yakuhana catch us I will be a catcher say, yes. Mena, nan saying, Bracosico Ghana. My friend Ogana, my board, papa. Or see the man you'll be an and uncle. Oh, you'll be an for frustration, goddess, my brother, say, and we laughed about it. Why? Because there was a good rapport. Or no, I say, me, I'm to say with the money post in the age, my tia more would tia ye be any. Kasa wuka say nyina we di abna pese odi me wo pese odi matem na ade afa me na di ayesede. Yes, that is relationship for you. How he be able to catch you when all is beginning to crumble in front of you. The person can sense it quickly and diffuse it because he knows you. But when you become a leverage, he doesn't care about your feelings. He says certain things and then no. Don't take those crap. It's not right. It's not right. And some of you, man, to me, okaka se fi sana, ebi wo ha, minimo baby or say, Bibia say, I mean, having open discussion between the couples. I say, yeah, bro, no dan, then we say, hey, sister, they beat you, they sleep with you on top. I don't know ya would they. Sister, I are. On yare the any and be say no soon a your cake, be any and I was so cost sex shop. A hawk cry for all saying. Farah over him, Farah and him. A baby almost it's me every microphone. A sex metric if you know so one. What be say? Oh, sister Aisha, I'm poor, yes, I'm a bow. Oh, yes. Good and some man or margin work for me being a car. Just say, no, what I'm to the say, your brono. On my shada, it's my brono, so I meant to quackra my am in pool. The shada me your brome. Your bro, you know, ye no debus one a day. And I'm like, can be me for say Biana, Mena said your phrase in a mantiasi. No, I say repeated the same thing. I was say repeated the same thing. Oh, pathetic, dear sister. Pathetic, or say. And no sad yet, no, I'm sister. I are. You are sick. You are beyond repairs. Hey, you are Bruno. You're Bruno. Oh, yeah. How do you live like that? How do you live like that? Sir, making so no, yeah. So I realized there's more to it, and as time goes on, section upon section, section upon section, and these days you realize, hey, and you're not Madame Jipa when I'm saying yes. Until you come, and you're born at a tail. I was funny a shadow. What's not an microphone change to share near the chance in bonnet. That is all that he knows. Her life is chaotic. Now she's got a very nice gentleman, calm, settled man, and he thinks that person is too dull. Our whole person and Papa is wondering, say, oh, yeah, me bad my show. And he finds that man too dull. And I realize, say, all the relationship he has been through, they have abused her. He's used to. Now she's finding a very nice, cool, settled gentleman, and they think that person is too slow. And that was a complaint. On your shit. On so on your shit. I didn't hear you. See, baby, you know. And at the end of the day, and yeah, say it was so rough. Sister, we are. And section upon section, I realize say sexual abuse have gone on, so that's why he likes rough sex and all those nonsense. Make about say you move you leverage what we term as child. Oh yes, a lot of childhood adverse effects have gone on, a lot of traumas have gone on, a lot of abuse and so many things, but only or escalating make about say a lot of us see we have confused leverage to be love. No? How would you know? I'm going to give you a few things, about 4 or 5 things, be so that when you begin to see somebody as an opportunity, I have to see Sika as Sika. I shouldn't have to see Sister Aisha as money tree. Once I begin to see Sister Aisha that way, Sister Aisha become a leverage. Why am I saying that? Sister Aisha is kind. She's very supportive. She will support everything I will do out here. As you know, if I didn't mean it from cry. But if I don't love Sister Aisha for who she is, apart from whether or I love Sister Aisha, and you know why? Malcolm Cranamy, woman. Sister Aisha person na Malcolm na or no body. Sister Aisha they when you are so arguable. Because me a Malcolm auntie. I need to love Sika for who Sika is, but not what I will get from Sika. When Sika, or I see Sika as an opportunity, it means that relationship, no, there's some leveraging going on. To some of you, when you see your spouse as an opportunity, a ticket for you to come to Abrochiri, after all the Nipanaba Abrochiri, we are leveraging them first one when we. That is how a lot of people feel. At the corner of open we are. You are not meaningful anymore. I mean, how I may put away so that you get it. Oh, Malcolm the old boy, he has a killer smile, and that guy in the swag and Kwani Kumino. One of the things about autistic people, be sensory in picture taking. So much nanaya or pictures, or they like cameras. How they are able to pose and have a good smile. Okra also was shed a picture. Malcolm dear, yes. Opportunist, when people begin to see you as an opportunist, like opportunity, that is why the relationship becomes leverage. Obey leverage and money. One other thing you have to take notes: they always used you. You have a lot of people in your life. You are leverage. You are a leverage to them. Why? Because they never called you. The only time they'll be calling you, they have issues. Anytime you see your phone ringing and it's them, they are coming with an issue. They never call to check on you. They never call to find out how you are doing. Or anytime they call you, I'll be who say those particular people, your relationship with them is a leverage one. They use you as a leverage. I'm giving you the signs. It's a classic example of the opportunist people. Manipulators, they have that classic signs. But the American dear, obetumi no our relationship more. So he takes and takes and takes and takes and takes. He doesn't give back anything. Even though say only know how are you, and sometimes when your judgment is clouded by marriage or your sister or your these are some of the things they use, because he needs to, as much as you see it as a meaningful relationship, as much as who are you are using every excuse to cover up their nonsense, they just take and take and take. So in your mind, you think so, say, who is Canada car and yes, but that man doesn't do anything. It doesn't add any value to the family life you people are living. Abrocho did not baby. Let me give this classic example. A lot of nurses, I don't know, for some period, nurses for baby were marrying pastors. I don't know why they do that. Or they went about marrying young men back home, and those young men were pastors. I think said they met them online, this Facebook nonsense. I say, prayer, and no, they are kokakra bia to me trim. That is the year to trim. We cannot acquire a bar. Also, don't call you or I carry something. Me who you cry about 3 cases about many. And this nurses want me to speak about it because it is nonsense. Those boys came, I say, almost a cherry affidavit at 2 meeting and on bedroom, back who cried or bedroom bruchino, or send a cousin be or girl no England. The cousin be a hall in tea or no ness, because of a shift into one court visits a baby no corner. No try ticket a man you couldn't, no didn't not dream, said or no girl on the back way shift. Say, nay, I'm no casena or be free hall, bar, I don't know. And this one, girl na boka, akofana bow. When yan is on for Subia. What now if you 2 weeks pay? 2 weeks pay, not if you. There's another one because of my winning tino. And no day acolano, echa mamma, na bema ne free. Na bena colei, uni sumufu, one cofa umi abema, one cofa or cousin, one cofa mammy, okofa bema. And it's a huge problem. How? I don't know. How? I don't know. And this thing, say Obi use as leverage, and it doesn't matter the level of qualifications you have. It can happen to anybody. Sad divine way can happen no matter your level of education or your circumstances. And yes, one go school, no matter who you are, you might find yourself in some relationship where you have been used as a leverage. One point or another, somebody has used you. And it's a leverage. They use you as a leverage because what they akoma pani odo and echo. What they are dream would see any akoma pani echo. But you end up to be at the losing end because you gave and gave and gave. I don't know whether it's Farah page. I saw it somewhere in saying that Obinya Yokra no try the kidney. Amano, and I don't remember who exactly I saw that post from, but one of these Facebook people I know. People can take and demand, and unye obia uwa ahosheso, unye obia uwa control about adiena woyena. People can take advantage of you. Who you'll be out to send me you have a very giving spirit. You have a very you are a giver. When you love with everything you got. What to send me? A lot of people who have traits like mine, people take advantage of us just because we are kind, just because we don't want to see other people suffering, just because we are thoughtful and we are very intentional about things we do. A lot of people can take you for granted. And for me, giving is something I have lived by for a very long time. It has opened certain doors for me. And giving is one of the things I don't take it for granted. Oh, yes. I have that much empathy for people. And people sometimes take it for granted. Do you know that a lot of Ghanaians don't appreciate when you give them your time? Or prefer but when you are empowering him or her or giving him or her your shoulder, your time, they don't value it. A lot of Ghanaians don't value it. You give them your time, you give them shoulder to cry on, you are there for them. One man is and you be a physical thing I will be who. Most of them don't value it. And it's sad. It is really, really sad because they have no idea how the time means to you. They don't appreciate the time you have for them. They prefer will be $20 and $10 now or the man compared to your time. I only know how inconvenient that thing is. Auntie I hope so. Auntie, the best altar. Hey, chile mami we Auntie, books nice and 5 and a 4. Menu 5 and a 4. Yina ato menu swinti. Me who auntie and the akani in us a carbon. Masha glasses. As a carbon. When I make about say, a lot of us have been used as leverages. The love, the intention, the good intentions you have coming into the relationship. I can part any agreemutia now wo Emma at the end now. A lot of people, especially Ghanaians, use people as leverages. One penny pan. Nipa no nadia wodonos are 4 so far. 4. I've read 3 of the books. And one of the book I recommend for every person to buy. Own it. Go and buy that one. And The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. My daughter loves it so much. So I think say me own it and me pay. But my daughter me pay. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. And there is another one. Esrao Kodakotobi Amazon best outer seller. In fact, bestseller Kotobi sa own it no is very, very good. Very, very good. Unko anti ya page no so abomodiana visit no. Anti has book corner. Wohonom ko na kohwe niema oye wohonom. Na meka about say a lot of people, a lot of people as users, as leverages. Oh yes. Na meka how I was describing how akwantu ebi wa asase na yete so no kra no asase na nhyɛ de anim yen nti emu ade yo no ene sɛ de akwantufo ye niema no ama obi edidi wo obi ho saa na de na kwakoye asase na yete so no enim yen enye no so na ye wo yen nti wo hwɛ ye ma ya wo won wo ye kuro no asase ne nim won a enu nti na won wa de yo no ye different no asase ne nim won yenya ya betu bata no asase ne nim. It doesn't matter how long you stay on the land, you are not born in that land. Asase ne nim. Even if you are born in the land, particular portion of the land knows you, not who person will take dominion or sell land anymore. The reason why make mysteries about it, but this one is deep. It will be for my church people. So won't quite sorry, some mystery will be a better why dream kitchen. Eto ewo trust me do Bible nyame ka kire Israel for no say monware wo munkrofo mu. There was a reason for it, because the asase no e was asase na wo ware wo mu no enimu ansa na wotimi adi yi nti asante tro konkro ne say mi asafo bade mehira wasase onobaye unwan ene ho na the Lord is talking about taking dominion of the land. And I make her say, a son say, you will be brave, ya back road, ya bimu, ye nimre de yo, but we want to survive. We are all struggling to survive. And to do baby, as we devour each other to be able to stand right. So now make I even use how oh me refi baby meko how I to obribi obi kra say ne yire eye ni nua ba enye bribi foforo se wo to kwan me hwe listen tro konkro na ekita ye bibia bi wo bibi enti so ka say there is nothing new under the sun enye wa pen so na nyame ebesesa enye wa pen so na nyame ebeye blue anaye green ama by generation bia ni emu ade yo anyame ne wonwe ene mpempen so a woni won nante ena me kire wo se essence ad binding ma wani na ho na obi anyusu nso anko yusu obi as a leverage. Yes, ade na ye pe no ma kire wo sa ade ne se ade na wo pe ne mutumi ne emusafo ahye obi anu eno de ye no kore na amom se me de me ho kobata ante ya, knowing very well say ante ya me nshada mpa ante ya asemu enya ade a me check ante ya asa na amom bibi a me pe wanti ya hunti me di me hu twitwiri ante ya asa ante ya innocently so think say ebi a me hu am twi yesa aboa ne pe bibi a yenti na odi ne hu twitwiri sie ante ya aso na adwene mu fa thinking say oh adan nipa nso ye mme ohun na ante ya open up ne dan amame na ante ya open no age me frɛ so ne ade then me nya de me pe bia I don't want to see ante ya ma kire won so pen ma ye videos bebre asa kire pen say obi ba wa brabo mu a bisa ho say de enti na wo bo ma brabo. Oh yes, be able for a purpose and to find out my spiritual antennas in your adwuma. Let your intuitions work for you. Other people will say, let your gut feelings work for you. Trust your instincts, some people will say. Why am I giving you all this? Because if you are not smart, it will smart you. Oh yes. That is why the Bible will say, you will be say, now so you free we say. Yes. You will be say, but you free her. And see, I was somewhere need that. In this world, there are systems and there are men. There are some men. You just need one man to say, oh, one man say yeah, and it opens a huge door. money cannot buy. It's called systems. Tinami the queen here where we. I will be able to walk or do a hokra or woo again tenenka. Yentenenka. I will be our Ghana won't so. I could penny bonity. So they are men and they are systems. There will always be leverage, but there will be something also called love. Yes. I leverage on the kindness of Kobi Yeremabra, because so long as Kobi Yeremabra is on my feed, if I want Obidumbiye, I want Nanama, I want certain people, because Obidumbiye is here, I will get them. It's a leverage. So when I'm talking about they are men, they are systems, men are there, but the system have to work because they are men. It's our connection have to work together. Omega will tell you, Nipani ebo. Sadie we were so nyansa. For the fact that Nipani ebo ntino, enyimi bebre mo bi fa oseka, enya nanka. Yes. Nipani ebo nti. Ema wo hu ntew bebre na Councilor Noy na obri yabu ase susu ma wo hu ntew ma bebre sabia nyaado sabia buro ehu kote a won ho pre won dodo susu ma die ni mpem agudie enton nyansa because they are systems. Ene ya na wo ho a kire na ye wo se e wo se me kwhye obi akache na oye shield mame. Babisa who say, is that a proper shelter for you? Is that the place you have to be? Bisa ene na ho achiro. Pass ye Thomasin. Into your ben no nyamfo bi a. Be ma papa bi betumi aware na ede ahye ne ho anunyam no na kwohwe a ba bi de wa hye dem. Pass. Ama what are you for? Young girl. When your scholarship. Akwadro ne nkwasi asem nti. Nkwa na wo ye awuraba. Papa ya abehye ne dem yi. Ono papa age ye pe. Who free Ghana aba no. Very prospect young man bi wo ho a. Wo pe waje wade. Aso wade so. E dan ka obeso de akoye adwuma. Obe ye day night akotua. Wo pe so that dem free. Akọ Ghana nso a wada ka kesi mu. Nya beka said you no ye adwumade no sam na ni fifiri no ono ye kwase ampani wo na wani ate. They are men and they are systems. Inti kwabo sa akohwe bra yi nyina na sister na wo so no de obekura ne mudie mu no e di Yesu. Listen, make her about their men and their systems no. Yes, your warfare system no ebia ebe slow kakra. En kakra. Anano Bible saying kakra ebe pam watamfo. And then crofo a pentam anya won ho ntem and they don't care whatever it takes, whatever. TikTok. Em se menkwana account ni obi na emom no. Me hwe niema ekoso ne niema omude TikTok fo na bi di begu social media na enye makono hwe mariwa pa na woka edie hu asem wagya wo maame no papa wo ho afro bi a wo hia no kwa ho godmother na mo godmother ne godfather ne god uncle na sesei ase aya hota godie bi na abaso wo Ghana no ase ya kire sei me be kana me so magulani mu ase. You are not even yet 30. And I watch that's why I dress some no one to awful say. Ya don't call ba na mamma don't call ba ben never be foul. What Bob was our brand we are. Hey, are you not asleep yet?
was put to sleep, and then she wakes me up.
Don't mind her. Don't mind her, okay? Konakoda. Why? And Mahasi, you need a hug? Sorry. Me dem had your uncle. Count. Now papa call Ghana fi no count. Bye. Go.
I'm sad.
You are sad. Oh, Adiasa. Don't be sad, okay? I'll come to your room. Give me 10 minutes, okay? Adiasa. What do you want? I mean, I know now if you choose much them. Yes, I'm. I wish I for more fan you. Some are catching on. We will have a Jimmy time, maybe. Just a time now. I was me the down, man, the door, Omo na still. Ya asem. Na meka. I fa na medu. Na meka say obobo sa bra we nyina toro kan. Ye wa bra bo toro kan. Na wo wura firi o kina. Ba do kina wo ho. O kina e wo ho. O kina ni wa nke ni ho. Anya den so o kina e beba. Oh, se nyame ma de pa bi pa kye yen. Na ade etumi sa. O kina beba. Timpenifo say adichi mu nsem adoso. I on papa ba. Ah, dear Santa Ma be ku Santana lifestyle benin. Sister, I'm telling you, start back to school. Sister ja. In fact, on my quine, especially long back and a pan or more back. It take it time and son they come back to routine. I tell you. Not that I don't try. I try. Oh. Sometimes my bread, but it will pay off. It will definitely pay off one of these days. I make about how be careful so that somebody don't use you as a leverage. Oh yes. And I've already say men are predators. And young men nature of human beings are predators. The way ya better now will be man so now you're from because we need ya better now will be man so it's a concert pine. See, Obia is seeking for his own. Obia air from Bibia, it is a natural thing to be done. Even in animals' kingdom, that's how Obia from Inteti from. Na sad the yonumuntino, Emma a tobu or we walk in certain paths and in certain places we have no business doing there. Yes, I am not here to condemn anybody, but I have known too well how 60s and in the 70s, a lot of old buggers, their own wives, they were pimping their own wife. Up to today, that thing still goes on. Oh yes, yeah. A broyechi, a moi de yon sani a maniamano. Oh, Kobi Remabnamichiao, na meka about systems. Na meka about in Sasina as Assasia ye a bro yechi. A brochre ye a brobiachi. A moi de yono ne a mu assatina ne moi de yono. Because assassini nim ye nintino. Yenya ye castle be a foreigner. He's far from the land on free her. It's coming from afar. So actually the customs and the systems, the land itself does not know you. Asasina wonamsono enimu. So it can devour you at any time. Some of you the system have already swallowed some of our young men. Energetic, very handsome young men, gifted young men. The system, as I said, I'm a minimum. She said, yeah, America, Canada, UK, black men are killed every day. This one is huge. I don't want to bring certain prayers. I'm not ready until Mommy fancy her. But I'm showing you something. And our young girls, their lives, they are compared to their Caucasian counterpart. Teenage pregnancies here and there. Child bringing up child. The systems are not for us. It's not for us, especially when it comes to social services. This system no more. It is not for you. And my benefit in the name of there's nothing like free lunch anywhere. I'm telling you. There's nothing like free lunch anywhere. So your judgment is clouded. For and I'm no more kasa. Or for so togo kurana. This message is for you. Assassin wujina so anyone. They understand the things I'm saying. Wait me now, the same ejuma. I know he knows the mysteries of the land. One pipe will be a wapo, and one near maybe a wire. There are some incantations. You have no idea. The few that knows, they pass it on to their generation. I near ni home, ni pano ni mo, obi so betcha up, but in the number to treat from two kakani and you song. And it's sad. It could have been something as simple as even telling you how to just behave. As simple as something to do with how you see things. And name calling, how they would disrespect the few also that knows. Oh yes. So it takes all the grace to chance on videos like mine or yes. And I'm talking about leveraging, but how many of us and Uncle knew see as leverage? Whilst we thought it was love. How many of you, one way or the other, somebody has used you? Yeah, you go to Nipa 31 will say 34 you go. How many of us have not been used as leverage? I've told you this things is only on my platform. And yet the Marco can and back at your mills and booms. For the past almost about 12 weeks in it. They make 2 men pass one. Yama download do my dream. Me grab for me. Me sorry na me kaya ma churubi because if you want my bread, said the bear met many into me kaya. And because it's coming to my birthday, normally 3 to 2 weeks to my birthday, I hardly use social media. But this one is very pressing. I thought this week, maybe I'm proud to my birthday, It's my giving on my birthday. I'm giving some things out. I'll be speaking a few things which are deeper and a few things, but it's my way of giving back. My way of giving back. Some of the things is so boiling inside me, I need to pour it out. And one of the things that was present tonight, I think that somebody needs to hear this. Some of the relationship you are in, you are a leverage. And you mean make I wanna and idea making so I don't know you. But I need to tell you that. And Panachi no cry when in Shadanyo. While to moon say a 12 room. Or don't know asa. Now, Momuno Bribia, Wunya would nip on hunting, you are hanging on there, Kakra. Sa tendencies in the will be Bribington will be a any bribi. Sister, bra, why wouldn't you say you soon pana let the person go? Let the person go. It is not fair on yourself and also on the person, because the person is doing what is doing in the name, say, your dome and your door. In this world, whatever a person sows, he reaps. Especially when it got to do with women, one of the things that is so dynamic about women, give him money, he will make a meal out of it. So everything you give to a woman, good measure, pressed down, shaking, running over, not only to a woman, but when you say, or say the measure you give in good measure, pressed down, shaking, running over, would men give to your bosom. Remember, you were an individual, but when it's coming back, you say, man, give back. This I leave with you. In good measure, pressed down, shaking, running over with men. You are an individual, you gave. But when it's coming back, men, don't just read. Don't just read scripture. But these are some of the things that makes me not to do certain things. You be a say ya hwe no. Ye nyimi you. But ya tin ye be ase. And ye be we understood that, listen, it might not be, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes the thing you are walking through or you are going through does not make sense, ideally to the woman understanding. But as time goes on and things unfold, when a cassette, it will work together for your good. When you get to the other side, I won't say narrative, assessor. I have seen some women when they are not married. Women empowerment. Women empowerment. And I'm impne. And I'm impne. Let that same woman fall in love. He comes back. Oh, no, I didn't understand it that way. No, that wasn't what I was saying. They're always explaining themselves. I'm not saying don't empower yourself. But I'm saying that don't do some teachings which are wrong just because you haven't fallen in love. When you fall in love, it's a different ball game altogether. You submit. When you see love, when love is at work at its raw state, submission is easy. You can't sit down or better. My sister, go and say somewhere. Who told them? Me, you can't tell me to sleep. Me, I'm a... Yes. Unto love will catches the sister. Unto brand better dum. Brand new stubborn academy. Then I'm current to me in control. No. Then you see one younger young girl be. Show him a different kind of love. Ah, Joe boy, we win. Hey, I don't say anything. I wish that some of our men are here. I wish. Yes, today we think of weeks at the expense of a third and fourth generation. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, ma. And then ma be bringing it all got to do with makeup. Fake it till you make it. To share me krasini ya. Me ya a friend said, Jumaba me tien had to say the answer the mother Hong Kong white ya. No person I am rough. Debut. You have no idea. And then man, I'm person make can maybe but me am shan my whole didn't run am poor say. I am person make can maybe but my whole didn't run am poor say. I was for then I'm pessimistic. A lot of us are just and near my was yet leverage. Am I yen dachi a several purpose for next generation or the next 10 years of our lives, We've misused it. Yeah, yes. Sister no might not be the most sexy gogomi, but that sister have wisdom. He have brains. Brains to keep a home. To keep you on your toes. When this she on the sister nah. But guess what? But I know was stubborn academy or person watch saw your guy. Could assess kakra ni social kakra and sanom kakra jimie kakra. Or the jimie san na bra watchwa pansam. To sister no said the sister no cool no ho nyina yema bra no enti said the bra no bu no kwase na sister no e de yaw aka nsem ya bi na apa ne to ase na wosu agu bra no so no ebo wo no ba be ye I do no ya waro and so ho nka wo da. Sometimes these are some of the things our pastors are not honest with us. Some of you, even when the pastor have seen it and they are trying to bring you in line to rethink, even go and make amends before you come and say I do. So for them and then I suffer no, and I mean Bra, are you okay? Go and do the needful and come back. But guess what? Sabra na sankrofukru na opeso ye wedding no a wahye date watutu anoma no ho de ba be kire asore no. Sa asore no mprema nya ne sa time ya mpene so meja asore. Ye ja na no asaba. Timi ko ware no mo obi amane oba no abegina obede nyame ase okọ ga na akọware. Obi anka ne hwe ayere so afe mfie mienu na wakoso abra yaba ana sister yaba de chede. On bedru ya na ejadem. No pese nkrofo no twifa won so na okọware ye no. Sa nkrofo na eja betomu a omumegu out ye no obra na omonte wo no mo ware. How? Papa bruchaba ene. Let me tell you people. Mo amwa bruchri. Men kase nkọware obi free Ghana ma. Na mo majority uyi ma ne marima 100 wo Ghana. Se wo kofa ne fra bruchaba. Wono wote Ghana wono won agenda. Won agenda. Who did bedru abruchri obi jaaw. Jayo obi jaaw say what a shock be che no say the holidays ayo niema. Who did bedru ye? Would a single room. A pan at the anything in so. Because if you're in a madam that I was asking we minimum how many times I mean. What's in the Ghana? Or bonny pray my papa be. The nabba shed them 1 room back be. Abrojere. On finding go baby or no cry, say be I am a demand for a brochure English speaking country. The neck of Flemish for near France for I honor 1 handicap was any panel. Ena Ghana for suban bi ete say fie Ghana no otime konom obi na ye na kotena bia ba na agi kebab ne sausage amano no asoreko aha would burger bi eni ho beto kenke African kenke £4 was €4 amount odo ho becho bubura kura toma akura na won agenda bubura on sa Ghana lai fun na beat me to na kwa ho area girls ba bi wa ha kakra we ya no akwachi wi akose ho e na bra na omo tete kwa ho no mo stress na ne wa ntohwe amere me e na wo free krom aha old burger bi eni ho be ma 50 £50 £50 or pe wo de wa e de ate no ho to so next time bi o san be ye biribi ama no inside the room. Na how kwa ye kro me do tare wo ho. Oho keka be bri me do tare wo ho na ne ka mu no no awie. Inti hwe ye and you not be used as a leverage. Kora ne ko divorce mu inti no ho kire no winter ebebe yi. Beri ma bi wo ho a oba bruchire be 3 years or hand da. Every year be your area otena south kakra no akotena east kakra. Chika na kita no konkuru na afo se when you be kita 4x4 no. Ni suitcase sim. Our girlfriend was south. No abetena ho. Ti the was south and if you send a boyfriend no. Oye adwuma wo east. Ti enkomo na me no bo. The say ni suitcase egu ne car mu. Enti se wo na adru so se wo ba wo ho a. Obeda wo ho a, make wo de wo ma akere no. Ade ne nhye dan ye serious. Single mothers, more council flat, yamamu dan. Esra muni muhuni kakra. If the relationship haven't got where it's that serious, don't introduce a lot of men to your kids. And funny papi brain church the woman. If you my your single father since you did BS no ba mo never share them. You have a young son. What do you think you are teaching that young boy? What do you think you are teaching that young boy? That young boy goes to school. They be an and such a shenadi. They be an idea, sorry. Inti, then such a session. How? We a 5-year-old or Nkalanko school or form one no boo. Oba at a tender age has already been blacklisted. At a tender age. Inti ye can't answer the same way. It is not to disgrace anybody. It is not to say na sadie na ya Ghana for ne ye no oba wo behavioral na teacher for ne frɛ ana school authorities ana social services for na Ghana for on pre ma ye nko no de afa ha. Do you know say your frɛ ko school behavior ne ade you know much rogum whether the way you respond and you know your chirogum. Abrofono are very smart. They have emotional control. When they call them, their kids have done something. The way they talk calmly and all that. It's important. It's really important. Very, very important. And the denials and trona you didn't hear. It's not necessary. Abuba. What the benkuta now, what the belt in a shame or whatever. Yes, starting and I make catch on say your manner your own wahano. Assassin ni mo wade you to set microphone e wahan. One will say ye different. One wa ya won wahano and ye different. Omuni assassin, omuni mu ade yo assassin ni mo. Na ye ni mu ade yo. Inti oba no kredie oye Ghana ni won say ne ba no kredie wo so say maame no. Wonu de inti assassin mu ade yo ni bi say ya kire no. Oko school say won ka no kore. Also baby tete we den tro na tete o maame firi nkrofo ade a o se ka kire maame ni se mini ho. So na ye den tro etwa we furuma. Oba na ya wonu okurom ha. My mom said I should tell you she's not there. Oh yes. Oh, Abariwa now or Ba Hasim. Oh, catch and say, tell somebody. Oh, that is how he will tell the person. You can't run any lies through her. She will not do any dirty job of yours for you. Onye. So don't try it. And he will question everything you ask her to do. Because once it's wrong, you can't pass through her. You can't pass through her. That is the difference between the assassin anymore. Who was assassin anymore? Because the kwanya wofa so by kora dintro. Enti emu asetna ni mu ade yo nyina wo den tron sa enyaida. And lies is one of the things when you do it consistently, repeatedly, the more the years go by, the more nan tro no to say when the me mu obi anum ti ate se omo mu di aduro no ye ntaata ne so se akata enti no enkrata enti no kan kanema hu but all those things also have consequences. Our consequences. It goes on far too long at a point in time. No, after when you're you still have to carry on with the lies. And there's a direct flight that they be cool, but was so for us. So how we saying easy, and easy to get away with it. And some may catch the one I say. Money be wo ho a bebre atoto mu intenten mu se odo no leverage no begin to watch it no kwasem ntro una wotim na wonim se de etie. Some of you be adwen a wo de call relationship ni mu no say oh ma me fa ne saa eja obi ama nti we de kwa be me fa ne saa, but at a point in time adwen how the call nya saa na tie. Even though the person is good, but to you it's not good for you. You need to come out clean. And see, some of you need to help. You need to help. You need to help, Miss Remo. And I'm doing with you a quack about 12. The fearful was all madam me because some cautious and no madam pa because uncle win. I'm sure more of the hatching. Was your phone me adoma or chinavia, Ibishia. Me will let us up until we are me poma and I'm ye free a campusa. Let's switch a camera. Now you also. But make sure somebody does not use your love as a leverage. It is good to fall in love. Love is a beautiful thing. But how many of us have said we love somebody, but nokure nyame nim na ye enema ewo mo ho eni de yebenya emma titiru emerima ene kura nya mma nko first no oba aka so opeberima o ska ne sade aben wa hafo no side chicks fo no that is their element but ene merima ni bebre so etisa sister na oso wo pen water cha ni nyina no bra ni baby te on high danda eni akte oko sleep over or you sleep over into no da obeba no America phone. This one goes for those who are in America. Or you living into odomwa okoshemwa be 6 weeks now. 1 week now all back room no a friend girlfriend you know abeshe no. Obi catch him say he's been in America for the past 3 years on high diner. I was shocked. I see I say me high diner. Me domu na me koye adwuma my back room and me back party nso on say party ye na najo into mo ya na de san e bia obeda hotel bi na or back and our girlfriend bi anu abehye ne ho 1 week enti no on high line ti abrochire 3 years on high line such a man enti we I say what she will be. And the reason why I on person behind line is or you're in ma e Ghana. Into no or no co-relationship ma and for long-term goal or they solve any needs. So I pay 3 years now. Oh boss abrano. Or person see guest house. That is the vision. Or person see guest house. Into guest house now you see into no high dining. To co living now. Koye living na 1 week off be no one. We any mate and wa fro. Oh maybe slawo or no one said you're yen niema. A do baby no nigga be over no ha. E be animate be an iron a down for be I saw besraw. It is what boy Jumana de me fan say the 1 week sick every day. Oh man not the abe show or horny and the day I saw besraw. A lot of people do that. A money be cry sir. It was therefore you can't about leverage. Yes, odo down for be open as him. Nipa any nipa neighbor. Into open as him. Now open as him you will do anything for that person. But one also is taking you for granted. And I want you to watch out. 2022 and beyond. Oma ye nimra ye husu wasa niyama niyama. And ye niyama nyinana is for us. It is okay. If I can and you'll be Anna. Don't take people for granted like that. Because everybody needs somebody. At every point in time, everybody needs somebody in his life. Onyame nhyira na onti ne no nhyira. Aha na wo so mfo ba me do besi. Ewo miriku anyampo. Because so kai obi mu say Lunchtime talks. You wazoye. Tap sent for. Say oba only tap nibia. Modiana upload tap sent. Afi mi promo code no awomrekua. So wo Europa ubenya €5 free when you use my promo code no. Wo America ubenya $15. Wo UK ubenya £5. Yenyi sika. O send tap enje usika. Afi eye eyi abayin so. Yenje obi ewo Ghana intimesro. Wo modiana use tap sent. Nebe yenshira bibre ama. Na minshira. Aha. Na mdu bisi. Oso mfo ba mrekua nyampon 1 no size. Mr. Nyame ya adomo Mr. Afe so me fasa akonya iso. Apa obi bia acho. Tego Sisters Friday, family emergency. They couldn't come on, and I sincerely apologize. Baby, I was trying to come on live. I mean to make my life, and I didn't know what was happening to my Facebook because I wanted to come live and apologize on their behalf. But they have promised me that this week they will do whatever they can to come on. Mr. And then the first day over my platform, like a page, na share. Afei so me kai will be say o like page na subscribe to page no. Oba so nso ache me stars ni bi. No met me the program say bebre. Abro. I mean sure say wo buy. So go be wo mrekwa. Mrekwa nyampon. One no size.